Anyway, I got this shelf. So I wanted a shelf. I want a shelf anyway because I don't have anywhere to put stuff. And it's awful. It's awful. So let me tell you about the shelf story. I wanted a shelf to put stuff on. I have a lot of stuff to put stuff on. Very good. And it would have been behind me. It would have been behind me. You can already see where this is going because it's not there. Anyway, so I have to go all the way up into the next city to get this shelf I want. It's this metal wire shelf. He just died. Nice. And so this shelf, I'm like, it's all right. It's a foldable shelf. It's cheap. I am terrified and I overcompensated and died. Anyway, so I'm getting the shelf. I have to drive basically an hour because California traffic is the worst. I have to drive an hour up to this city. So I drive up to that city. I pick up my shelf. I drive all the way back. It's an hour and a half traffic back. So 2.5 hours I just wasted. And I open the thing up. I find these screws. The screw is like this. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting shape for a screw. I've never seen one bent at a 30-degree angle before. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be bent at a 30-degree angle. Every single screw except one was completely destroyed. But I'm like, I don't need those bottoms. I'm fine. This is going on carpet because like a true gamer, I put my entire PC on carpet so that it's an ESD violation. It will completely just explode if I touch it. It's very exciting. It puts me on edge. It kind of gives me that, raises my heartbeat so I can focus better on the games because I'm always just in terror that I'll blow up my computer. So anyway, I set this thing up and I noticed like everything about it is bent. Like even the major support structures are bent and they're all just like, I put my level on it and it's just all bent. The entire thing's bent. So I call the guy and I'm like, this whole thing's bent. And he's like, don't worry, my dude, I got you, but you have to come back to the store. And I'm like, dude, it's like a 2.5 hour time sink for me. And he's like, I'm sorry, my guy, no way around it. But we got 2 more here. You can check and see if those are bent. Come here. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go. And he takes the new one out. And it is bent worse than the first one. And I'm like, dude, come on. You're not going to tell me that this whole thing goes like, yeah. And so I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. Even though it's considered cheap for like a bookshelf sort of thing, it wasn't cheap. And so he's like, okay, well, you can look and see if there's something else you want, or you can just deal with it. I'm like, okay, my guy. So I go back, I see this wooden version of the shelf I got, of the bookshelf, and it's better. It's cheaper. And I'm like, damn, son, give me that shit. I ask him for the shelf, and he says the Java one, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Are you a Minecrafter? Get out of here. And then he said the stackable one, right? And I said, yes, the stackable one. He's like, all right, dude, I gotcha. So I exchanged my shelf. I come back home. Now that is another 2.5 hour drive. I spent like more than 6 hours with this fucking shelf now. I open the shelf and it's the wrong fucking shelf. He gave me the wrong shelf. It is almost the same, but it is not stackable. It does not stack. Oh, I forgot to mention that he only gave me half the fucking thing because he said, yeah, you know, these are in high demand right now and we won't be able to get you the other half until mid-December, but you know, I can send you home with half. And I'm like, fine, I'll fucking take it. And I said, can you ship it to me? Yes, we can ship it to you. Actually, fuck you. We can't ship it to you because they said we can't because shipping sucks. I'm like, fuck. And then he said, you know what I'll do for you, my main man. You know what I'll do? We will personally put a truck out there and hand deliver it to you. And I'm like, I don't know how that's different than shipping, but okay. So that happens. I get home. I open the fucking thing. It's not the shelf I ordered. It is very close, but it's not stackable. So I get the other half and it just won't even fucking work. So I call the guy today and I'm like, this shelf, my guy, you gave me the wrong one. And he said, it was the Java one, right? I said, it is Java. 1.8.2, screenshot 1.07. But it is not stackable. And also, it has one less shelf that I'm supposed to, yeah, that's what they're called, that I'm supposed to have. And so this motherfucker, he's like, yeah, okay, I gave you the wrong shelf. I'm like, yes. You know what I'll do? I will you keep that one, I'll get you your 2 shelves, we're fine. And I'm like, nice. He's like, I'll put you on hold for just a minute. And the fucking guy comes back and he's like, yeah, my man, we're not getting these till May. And I'm like, so not only am I not gonna get these fucking shelves, I would have never gotten the shelves because you didn't check the inventory. You said mid-December, now it's May? And I'm like, what? Dude. And he's like, I can give you the metal shelves. And I'm like, I don't want your bent pieces of metal shit. And I'm not paying that money. He's like, I will comp you everything. And I'm like, I just want my fucking shelves. So anyway, this is what we got. This is the fucking bullshit I got. This is the fucking shelf they got me. Blank paper, neuroscience notes, books. That's Yu-Chan that came straight from Wuhan during the start of the pandemic. So very cool. Music stuff with a bugle that's not a real bugle. It's 100% pain. That cup is filled with quarters from my mother. I got $200 worth of quarters I traded for her because I need quarters. Hats, Kirby, that's a Malden salt. I got my knife. Those are the fucking receipts for the bookshelf. And if you're curious, this is my current setup. So there's the watch together thing and the Discord. That's where I usually have chat, get fucked. And then this is the game. That is my life story. That's my Thanksgiving story. I did not celebrate Thanksgiving because I was fucking with shelves. Anyway, yeah, that's my life.